Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming this morning. My name is Mike Paulus. I'm the town manager for North Branford, and I'd like to welcome you to our third annual Business Breakfast and State of the Town meeting. Certainly, I think this is our largest turnout by far, even with this cold Arctic weather. I appreciate all of you coming out this morning. We've got some great news to talk about today as we move into 2019, and we've got a great speaker on hand as well that I'll introduce in a few minutes. And I guess I should say that I'll try to reserve some time after my remarks for some Q&A for any questions you may have. We had originally scheduled to have Wendell Davis of the Small Business Administration here with us. And that didn't work out because of the government shutdown. So I'm glad that we had a backup plan in having Dick Bauer here from Honeywell, who's going to be our featured speaker. And Dick is the Vice President of Global Sales of Honeywell Fire and Security Group, based here in Northford. And we sincerely thank Dick for stepping in today on behalf of Wendell Davis. And obviously the partial government shutdown is something we couldn't avoid, and but I think on a positive note, we're going to try and reschedule Wendell for an event with the chamber in April, and hopefully I think we'll have that hosted by Honeywell in Northford, which will be great. So I'd like to just thank that this is a collaboration with the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce, and I know that there are a lot of events and you can choose to go to, and I'm glad you chose to come to this one today. I thank you very much for showing up. What I'm going to do is just kind of give a brief presentation on the state of the town, and then I'll try to reserve some time at the end for a Q&A, and then we'll go into the listening to Dick and tell us a little bit about what Honeywell is and what Honeywell does. But for me, before I start, I'd like to recognize a few individuals that are here today. Unfortunately, well, Scott is here, Scott Small representing the EDC. Jan Finch couldn't make it today, or the other members that we had. But I wanted to recognize Sherry Cody, also here from the Chamber as well. We have Lindy from DECD is here. Thank you very much.
Government here to help you.
Absolutely. We got to stand together when we do that. We're going to say that together, right? And I know Dottie is here from SCORE. We have a few other folks. I'm sorry, were scheduled to come, didn't make it. I was hoping to see our state rep and our state senator. Yes, Christine. Okay, sorry. I apologize. Thank you. Our new state senator is here. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. So let me get on with the state of the town. First and foremost, the town is healthy from a fiscal standpoint. What I can tell you is that preliminary audit indications for us paint a very positive outlook. Although the official review hasn't been released, those numbers haven't formally been released. I've had some preliminary conversations, and those numbers look good. And I think that when that report is released, that our history and track record of fiscal stability will be validated. I think the town does a great job fiscally, and I think we're on sound ground, and I think we're looking forward to many solid years of great fiscal management. We're in good shape. We're in really good shape here in the town, and we'll continue to be in good shape by growing our brand list and supporting the people and businesses who make North Branford strong. One of the stories for 2019 is a new relationship with Sal Martoli of Oakwood Developers, who's planning to build 48,000 square feet of medical office space right off of Route 139. That's going to happen for 2019, and hopefully that will be an impact to our brand list. In addition to Rose Vineyard and Winery coming later this summer, and we still have even more in the pipeline that'll probably hit after 2019. So it all goes to, growing the grand list and helping the town. And obviously, it goes to all of the businesses that are represented here in this building, in this room right now. We have a lot of people to thank for that. It's not just, obviously we have Honeywell as our largest employer at nearly 700, probably down to Rosa Bianca Vineyards in 2. So, and everything, every business in between. So it's a great diversity of businesses that we have. And, I think we talk a lot about how hard it might be to do economic development in town and the challenges that we face. And obviously we don't have access directly to I-95 or I-91. And we have 1/3 of our land mass that is controlled by the Regional Water Authority that just can't be developed. So these are challenges, but they're challenges that aren't stopping us from growing and expanding on what we have. So we do consider RWA as an important economic partner, as we do Tilcon, Honeywell, Evergreen Woods, Big Y, the sports complex, the ice pavilion, our farmers, and the many other small and mid-sized businesses that make this community so great, like many of you in this room. So, we have the challenges, and so how do we overcome these challenges? Where do we go from here? I think what we do is we build on our success. And one of those successes was obviously in hiring Roger Salway, who's here today, as our economic development coordinator for the town of North Branford. Roger has been a spark plug and a catalyst for us. It's really put a face on economic development for the community. He's a real go-getter. And Roger, I appreciate your saying yes to coming here to North Branford and helping us out. He's been part of a great team of administrators that we've been working to streamline and improve our regulatory and permitting process to help assist business development. And in fact, one of our most successful initiatives has been the rollout of our assessment deferral program. That's been handled by Carrie Duquesne, who's here as well, our town planner, Dave Ambrose, who's our assessor, and Roger, working together as a team to get the word out and to work with businesses that are already here looking to expand their operation. And so what the tax assessment deferral, I call it a tax program, but it's assessment deferral program is our official title. And what it does is help phase in the taxes on building improvements. So again, it's growing what we have, building on the success that we already have. And the town council has already approved 3 applicants in the first year. And 2 of those applicants are sitting in this room, and that Don Capelli and well, I'm sorry, I thought I saw Vin Capasso of Capasso and Sons, 2, and the third one was Rose Orchards, again, which will be opening up this summer. So Don and Vin, they took advantage of the program and went through and as part of the economic development expansion. And so, if anyone has any questions, we certainly Carrie's it here. I'm here. Roger's here. We can talk to you about that tool that we think is very important for economic development. So we're also building on the success of our farming community. We're also, we've had a very successful farm trail brochure that's attracting visitors through agro-tourism, believe it or not. And I think that our attractions list will continue to grow for 2019. Beyond our summer, farm stands and Rosa Bianca Winery, to include the addition of Rose Vineyard and Winery and DeFrancesco's Farm Brewery, which I think is going to be the first farm brewery in the region, and it's going to be another draw. And for those of you who may like the unique experience of sampling wine in a wine cave, you wouldn't have to go all the way to Napa Valley or Europe. You can have the experience right here in North Branford, because you'll find a wine cave at the Rose Vineyard and Winery. And it's, I think, the only one east of the Rockies. It's going to be about 24 feet by 50 feet, built right into the side of the hill there at their site off of 139. So it's going to be a really unique feature there. And again, that's on track to open later this summer, and we hope that's a big draw for them. And if that isn't enough of a draw, we also have a group of folks working on a sunflower program, and I don't know if many of you have seen what Larry Auger's done. A special thanks to Larry for putting North Branford on the map in terms of bringing people in for the taking pictures and selfies with sunflowers. It's kind of taking a life on its own. It's amazing how many people will travel to see sunflowers and other natural groups of agricultural things that draw people in. So there's a sunflower group, believe it or not. We're working to try and build upon that in working with USDA to develop a program and to cultivate the promotion of sunflowers. And unfortunately, we've had a little bit of a setback with the shutdown, but once they're back online, we'll be collaborating with them and putting that forth. Just as part of another destination for North Branford, in addition to the farms, I think agritourism has great potential for us as a farming community. And so hopefully it'll be woven into a project we call Destination North Branford. That'll have a little small promotional video to showcase the town, and again, try to set us apart and something a little bit different for your traditional outings to have North Branford stand out. We're also pursuing USDA and a source of funding for economic development planning initiative in the town with Roger's lead, and also James Dignati is our intern, who's been helping us work in supporting the writing of that grant for advanced manufacturing. So it's sort of a tale of two towns here, two different worlds of agriculture and sunflowers and vineyards and farm stands. But we also recognize that we've got a pretty good base here with a couple of different manufacturers, small and large. And believe it or not, manufacturing, advanced manufacturing, there's incredible demand for these positions that the state, not only just the state, but the region, just hasn't quite figured out how to meet that demand. And I think it's incumbent upon every town to be involved in trying to find a solution for advanced manufacturing and training. So that's what we're embarking on. We're going to do. We're going to be part of that and pursue a planning grant for money from the USDA to create an academy, if we can, to produce skilled labor to meet the shortage among the advanced manufacturers in our area of the state. And I think it's important for us and important for the state, and hopefully we can be part of the solution. So finally, I'd like to say a word or two about the long-term planning. We are at the moment in the middle of a process of updating our 10-year plan of conservation and development. And as part of that update, it's important, obviously, for us to have a discussion around economic, community, and business development going forward. So Carrie is here, is leading the charge on that with our consultants. And just wanted to put a plug in for our workshop, which will be held Tuesday, January 29th, 2019 at MVIS Intermediate School. So it's important that if you want to join us and be heard and give us your input, that would be greatly appreciated, because it's important as we look at obviously economic development, community development, and community assets, community amenities, what we do with our buildings and parks and a whole host of things that we like to do and need to do for the state as part of our 10-year plan of conservation and development. So hope that you'll speak to Carrie or come out to the scheduled workshop if you can make it. So that really that wraps up. We're excited about 2019 and beyond. We think we've got sort of a critical mass and energy with Roger and the team, and we're excited about expansion and development. We're excited about working with the business owners here in town and helping you in any way that we can. And if we can't, we'll certainly hope to put you in touch with folks like Lindy or Dottie or whatever resource we need to connect with other resources, connect you with other resources to help you grow and expand your business is what we're here to do. So with that, I think I'll close.